Hello everyone, it's me Dante, and today welcome on board this British Airways flight. We're going back to Manchester. We're currently at Dublin Airport. Local time is 12:30 in the morning. Gonna head inside the aircraft, get everything set up. We're using the PMDG 777. First thing we're going to do is just turn on our battery. We do not have any ground power, so we'll just connect that up in a second. We'll go to ground operations, just request a ground power, and it's available, so we'll just turn it on. Let's turn on our logo lights as well. They're not on just yet, they should turn on in a minute. Just wait for everything to set up. Also gonna, in the meantime, to EFB and just request our flight plan data. So this is our flight plan. It's our operational flight plan. We'll go through that in a minute, but for the time being, just wait for all our systems to turn on. Flight time today is estimated to be 52 minutes, roughly. 37 minutes actually. Oh, that's our arrival time. So yeah, flight time 37 minutes, cruising at a flight level of 21,000 feet. So flight level 210. It's very low altitude. It's going to be a very long flight either. Yeah, we'll just wait for the systems to boot up, and then we should be on our way, getting passengers on board. Take off. They're using 28 right, so it's going to be a very short taxi. We'll probably use November 2 intersection as well, so we won't use the full length. Make a right hand turn to the north of Dublin and then fly over the coast. So I'll just zoom in and show you now. So we're just going to fly, wait, make a right hand turn up to the north. Let me just be sure we're not just going to fly over the coast there, fly over the north of Wales, and then fly over Liverpool and make our approach into Manchester. We're going to come through the north, round about this way. What we're going to do is we're going to turn on our IFE passenger seats and our cabin utility, and our Adiri we will also turn on. Systems are online now. Our system's now online. We'll also set the barometer, make sure we're on hectopascals. Press B, which is the magical B button, which syncs up the altimeter. Since we're at Dublin, stop altitude is usually about 9,000 feet, and runway QDM, which is our runway direction, is 277. 277. Real quick, I think we should be ready to get passengers on board. Sync up sim brief, and then we're going to press boarding. Let's do it a second time.
Boarding requested. Pilot's boarding is coming.
Say pilot's boarding, but we're already on board. Positioning it, so we are at Echo India Delta Whiskey. We're at gate 119. Yeah. Okay, 119 doesn't want to be in the database. We'll just use
Crew boarding starting.
Manually put in the coordinates. We'll check. Just gonna check Navigraph. It wants me to do something first. Open up the doors. Door management, just disarm all the doors, forward and after cargo, entry 1 left, entry 2 left, and entry 5 left. Right, Simlink has turned off. Just make sure it turns right back on. And so just Navigraph is straight up bugging. We'll give that a quick restart. Okay, so Navigraph really doesn't want to work. I'll just close and end that task completely. We'll just take the sim link. Maybe Navigraph doesn't want to work. We should be alright without it, but I've got the charts anyways. Yeah, no, it does not want to work at all. It's quite weird that actually. Let me close Simlink and restart it. Still got enough time until passengers board anyways. Let's turn this back on now. There we go. We've connected back. It was a Simlink issue. There we go. Right, what stand are we on? According to this, our stand doesn't want to show, but okay. We'll just use our coordinates. This one says 119 Sierra. That may be 119 Sierra? 119 Sierra. No, we're just going to use the GPS position. There we go. Route. I'm actually going to request a route. Set the payload, set the fuel, and we'll select the route. There we go. I thought it crashed for a second there. See if this is fueling is complete. We'll turn our seatbelt signs on now. Seatbelt signs are. Just confirming they are on. We do have a full cabin as well. I'm going to turn the cabin lights on as well. Make sure they are. Oh yeah, they are at 100%. Oh, it's just, yeah. Oh, bit of a technical error there. Passengers boarding. Still waiting on crew. This can be a bit finicky, so if it doesn't work, we'll just restart sim brief. We've got 2 minutes until IRS aligns. We'll load up our route as well. We'll load the route. We'll go up to our FMC number 2. So in the meantime as well, we'll go to our performance. Runway 28 right. Report from aircraft, import weather. And we're taking November 2. November 2 intersection is 2641 meters. 2641. We've got enough performance in this to make that easily take off. So flaps 5, take off 245. activate and execute that. And while that's doing, I'm just going to black in the wind data. Let's go out to it. We'll just accept our performance init data as well. Zero fuel rate set, cost index. It's giving us a wrong cruise altitude. That's why you should always verify things. I'll have a 210. 7 tons of reserves. It seems a bit high. Let's see what our flight plan says. Yeah, 7.2. 7.2, yeah, that's right. Alright, no worries. Temperature, assumed temperature is 45 degrees, takeoff 2. Oh, let's block that in again, 45, takeoff 2. We'll use climb 2 up until about 10,000 feet, and then we'll switch over to full climb thrust after 10,000 feet. Flaps 5, center of gravity set, should have 5 set as our trim. V-speeds will be up when we are iris is aligned. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything for now. In the pre-flight, we'll just go overhead, make sure everything else is done. Emergency lights are done. We'll just do our pre-flight checklist. So, pre-flight checklist: oxygen has been tested. Flight instruments, heading, altimeter set. Parking brake. Just make sure the parking brake is set. Yeah, parking brake set. And before pre-flight checklist complete, ideas that's aligned as well now. So before taxi checklist, well, no, before start checklist will come next. Okay, it seems that our V-speeds don't want to show up. That's okay, we will put them in manually if worst comes to worst. For the time being, turn on traffic so we can have our range rings. Towards you, and I'm not even putting our runway, no wonder. Thought I could get away with that. Using the Botham 3 Juliet, and arrival into Manchester will be no the ILS 23 right. Shows the Mallard 1 Delta, Mallard 1 Mike, Mallard 1 Mike. This is my controller. Sort my controller out because it just thinks it's 2 connected at the minute. I'm just going to remove one of them, even though there's only one. Hang on, there we go. Things should be all good. To just check for discontinuities. Just go through our arrival chart as well. Mallard, Wallasey, Macy, okay. There we go. We'll put in a base leg as well. For centre fixed 23 right, we'll come in from the north 90 degrees to the airport runway, so that is 232. Coming from the north, so we're going to set heading of 322, I'm sure it is 322, and we'll set a distance of 5 miles. That's just a little base leg. We'll check on the McDo, make sure we got the heading right. Just check. Just step through the flight plan. Yeah, so that's what we want. That is what we want. Beautiful. Okay, it seems that it still thinks it's boarding crew, so I'm just going to restart GSX. In the meantime, we'll go through our before start check. As far as door closed and locked, remote control panel. Yep, no, we need to set that up now. So 43, 47, 54 over here. 42, 47. 42, 47, 54, bang on. Set 154 here. Everything here looks okay. We'll set our minimum flat retraction altitude of the airport's altitude, airport elevation plus 1,000 feet, which is 1243. Because the airport elevation is 243. This usually takes a while. So 1, 2, 4. That's beautiful. 1, 2, 4, 3. There we go. Let's get the trim value. We need to turn on our electronic hydraulic pumps. Flap run should come up. There they go. And we'll set our trim down over here to 5 units. Trim is set. Taxi and takeoff briefing. I'm just going to head over to the electronic flight bag, see if I can show you the airport charts. So essentially we are, sorry, I'm a bit on the mic. So we are here, taxi. We're going to push back onto this taxiway here if GSX does it right. If not, it will be this taxiway, but we'll taxi down this taxiway here and take I need to get the actual that's Foxtrot Alpha, so that's Foxtrot Alpha, and we'll take Foxtrot Alpha, Foxtrot Alpha, and then right November, and this is November 2, and then we should take off. Yeah, that's our taxi briefing completed, and takeoff briefing is flex 45, climb up to 9,000 feet. I'm pretty sure it's a stop altitude. Let's just double check the chart. Going to Delta Whiskey, departure, Botham. Now that's, which one are we? We are Botham 3 Juliet. Okay. I should really pin these ones. I just want to show you, so Botham. Okay, I can't find it on here, but I've got it on Navigraph open. Oh, there it is. Botham End 3 Juliet. So yeah, climb up, fly routes. Right and turn, 210 knots, 210 up to flight level 90, and then maximum 230. Going up to 210, so we don't need to transition. Now we with the Botham transition, yeah. So 210 would be max 290, and then up to our cruise speed from there. And that's everything, yeah. So we are now ready to get the aircraft on the move. So we're going to turn on our fuel pumps, we'll turn on our window heats, and we're going to start our APU. And we'll just we'll be somewhere. That's our engines, hydraulics, fuel, air. Either way, our APU is starting. There we go. Listen outside. So we are ready to go. What we're going to do now is APU is started. External power can disconnect. We're going to close up all the doors as well. Close all doors. We'll get GSX to push us back now. He's right there. And beacon light can come on. Ground power. Oh, and we need to just it's got to push back.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Just remove the chocks as well. We'll reset the transponder. We'll go to 632.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Switch this over to engine mode.
Locking gear. Parking brakes, please.
Alright, parking brake release.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start timer. Auto brake RTO. And start procedure on a 777 is simple. Engine to start. And fuel to none. And we shall listen. engine 1, we'll just wait for that to equal out, 222. Yeah, that's engine 1 stable. I mean, engine 2 stable. So we've got engine 1, engine 2, we'll just wait for engine 1 to become more stable. Here we go, engine 1 is stable, very haphazardly but it's stable nonetheless. Transponder set out off, of course it pushed us onto the wrong taxiway as well.
Tow truck disconnected, bypass pin removed.
APU can just switch
left is clear, right is clear.
Switch off the APU and turn on our flight directors. Flight director left, flight director right. Auto brake RTO set. Checklist before takeoff, before taxi checklist, sorry. Anti-ice, automatic engine wing auto set. ECAM recall, we'll just recall. Yep, it's just TCAS warning, that's fine. We'll do a flight control check in a minute, we'll just set flaps 5. Back. Neutral. Turn off some taxi lights and come on. Flight controls checked. We'll be given the all clear for GSX. We have, so ground equipment is clear. And full taxi checklist is complete. Next one is before takeoff, which has already checked flaps of 5. Alright, add a little bit of power. That's what I mean by a little bit. 777's engines are powerful. Just give it a little bit of breakaway thrust and it should move on its own. I did not arm the doors. That is very bad. So the doors are armed now. Which you should be able to just nice and slow taxi down to the runway, 15 knots. So is that November? Yes, we're going to take a right here. Just brake down to about 10 knots. Let's just make a right hand turn here. well for the time being. That's November 3, so we're taking the next left, November 2. We're not going to just taxi onto the runway just yet, because we are still waiting for us called our cabin secure. Something we've not got yet, so cabin's not ready. So we are not going to take off, we're going to just hold short of the runway and wait for further instruction from the cabin crew. Strobe lights are on for the time being. Cabin is ready, so now we can push onto the runway. Landing lights turn on, taxi light can come off for the time being. TCAS and the transponder set to TARA tilts above. Full takeoff checklist, flaps 5. That's pretty much it, flaps 5. FMC's turn us off for not being on the intercept heading, that is fine. Reviewing my routing. Did I hold here? Taxi light will come on now, we'll give ourselves clearance to take off. Hold the brake, set 55% M1. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's the toggle button. Go slightly forward. And I forgot to start the clock. Start the timer now. Doors set, 80 knots, release forward pressure.
V1.
V1. Rotate. Nice and gentle. Getting a very long aircraft there, so just nice, gentle, positive rate of climb. Gear up. Right, we're heading to about 620 feet. We'll begin our right hand turn now on course. Just trim. Turn out flaps up. Have to take off checklist. Flaps up. Let's set standard. Turn off our turn offs and our taxi lights as well. And that's everything. Just sync up our heading. Set 2,000 feet per minute. Just to shallow off the climb a bit easy. Just to make a nice shallower climb to our stop altitude. To our position, we are just roughly there. Flying over the north of Ireland now. That's Sarbra's position. Well, it's a more accurate position rather than this position. I'm going to set 230 as well, it's 210. Climbing again. There's 1,000 feet. And the lights can come off. Super sign off. Put down to it, VNAV, InRef, climb thrust. Progress side. 1:36 local time should be our touchdown based on weather. So alternate discs. Unit linked. back at our top of climb, we're just accelerating to Mach decimal 689er. As you see that top of descent isn't very long from now, so we're going to already plan our descent. Descent checklist as well. So fix Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Altitude is flight level 210. Wind is a heading of 28 knots, so that's plus 3. So that's 210 times 3, which is 63. Add 3, 73, add 10, 83, 83 miles, and that fits, it's about right, maybe 10 miles a bit short. But, beds. I'm just going to put in our, we'll try runway 23 right. There we go. /10 and /6. So we'll aim to be approached 10 miles out, 180 knots. 6 miles out, we're going to head down to gear down, flaps 20. We're going to head over to our performance tool. Landing en route, import from flight plan, 23 right, import aircraft details, reverse the credit, all operational. We do auto brakes 3, we should be alright with that. Import weather, variable up to 13 to 114. We should be able to get rid of the auto brakes 3. Auto brakes 3 set. Go around altitude at Manchester. I'll show you one here actually. There should be approach. ILS 23 right. So our go around altitude is 3500, decision altitude 449. So set 449. Is set. Our approach is this one here. We're coming from Mallard. Flight level 170 we need to be at by Mallard. So make sure we've got that hard coded. We do not, so I'm going to now hard code that. Set flight level 170 here, so when we reach our top descent, we'll descend down to flight level 170. Do we have any speed restrictions? No speed restrictions. At Wallasey we have a speed restriction of 250 knots. Okay, I'm gonna set myself a speed limit myself then. We need to be 230 at. We'll set 250. Oh no, 12,000. There we go. So, recall. Checked. Recall's fine. Notes, we've done that. Auto brake set. Landing data for your minimums. Reset our VREF actually. Oops. So our landing weight is 214. So we're going to put 215. Flaps. No, it's 209. 210. Thought something was up there. 210. Flaps 25. Auto brakes 3. Approach VREF 149. 144 plus 5 149. Approach briefing complete. Descent. I just done that. Approach. So altimeters at Manchester is not 2994, it's 1014. So we'll just set that now. 1014. Everything is all good. Everything's all set up for when we begin our approach into Manchester. So we are now in our descent into Manchester. 15,000 feet, we will turn on our seatbelts. Now the 777 is very drag, it's very slippery, so we may choose our speed brake quite a bit. At the minute, our speed's looking alright. So 170. 120, and then finally our platform altitude, which is that's the wrong runway. 3,500. To go. Let's begin that left hand turn. I'm going to set this now down to 12,000 feet. Usually air traffic control will clear you. And hopefully we'll actually gain a bit high. We'll see what CRV now tries to get back onto path. So I'm going to put my forecast in as well. It should be arriving on the ground at 37, so roughly 17 minutes out from now. It's got 250 knots, so 250 knots. Approaching flight at 150, so landing lights can come on, seatbelt signs can come on. Try to catch the time there. If you want a reference to where we are at the minute, that is Liverpool and Manchester right ahead of us as well. that's Liverpool, and that's Manchester. Reach reduced down to 250, so I'm going to do this manually. I'm going to add a bit of speed brake as well. Too high on profile. Looks like we're going to miss our restriction, but that's alright. As long as we're down at flight level 70 by Mercy, we're alright. We'll miss that one. That's alright. We'll reach 7,000. Set our speed target now to 230. Let the airplane know that. Alright, we're gonna get you down, slow down a bit earlier. We're going to make our profile, so I'm just going to disarm the speed brakes. I'm now going to add 1 notch of flaps. Well, 1 notch of slats. Distance to go is 49 miles, so it's still quite far out. So we're gaining speed, so I'm just going to add a bit of speed brake. Aviation. The 777 is usually designed for much further routes than this. This is a very short route for it. Okay, airplane, telling me off. Turn on our landing checklist as well, because we need to actually reset our own setup, but since we're not paid below 7,000, flight level 70 correction, we're still on standard pressure. Quick METAR update in Manchester. It is 1014, not 1015. Alright, cabin is ready for landing. I'm actually going to turn off the lights myself. 1,000 to go. It. 3500. It's going to be a very nice gradual descent down now to 3,500 feet. In about 20 miles we'll start, 20 miles to go we will start slowing down the aircraft a bit more. Right, since we are now descending as well, we're going to set standard pressure. Distance to go to 87. I'm going to start reeling it in a bit. Maybe about 10 knots. Should be able to descend without any input really. I'm going to turn the turn offs on as well. Flaps 20 by flaps 15 by the time we are within 10 miles. That's the goal. So nice and early descent is the best way about this. There's Manchester Airport. Right, I'm going to go down to flaps 5. This gives me a bit more leverage to just kind of slow down a bit. I'm gonna armor speed brake. And now on our base leg, I'm going to arm localizer. Localizer is armed. Just beat now down to, we'll go 185, flaps 15. Localizer is captured, approach mode armed, speed now set to 180.
2500.
Now we're on the glide slope, speed down to 160. We should be right with 160. 160 until 6 miles out, gear down flaps 20, and then speed down to 149. Our altitude is set. We'll turn on our taxi light as well. We'll pretend we've been giving ourselves landing clearance already. To get a thumbnail. Gear down. Flaps 20. Flaps 25, 149. It's telling me off for the gear not being down. The gear is down. But the gear is coming down. There we go. It was just telling me off because the gear wasn't down completely. Right. My airplane. I'll let the auto throttle manage the throttle since it's very clever, but I'll be plan flying the approach, the landing. The weather's really nice, variable at 2, so we should be alright. Pitch up slightly.
$1,000.
1,000 feet, stabilized, missed approach altitude is set. Pitch down a little, we're a little high. Don't want to go below 1,000 feet per minute. Trim it out nicely. Bit far to the left, we should just recenter.
400.
Checked.
300.
Yep.
200.
Decide.
Continue. 2 reds, 2 whites. We are okay.
100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Floated a bit. That's what I like to see. Oh, a bit sensitive there. On the yaw. Are we going to make this turn? No, we're not going to make this one. Make the next one. 70 knots, 60 knots. Auto manual braking. Right, we're not making that turn. We'll make this next turn. Probably could have went auto brakes before, I think. Still our speed brakes. Set flaps all the way up to... Oh, there we go. Speed down to 10 knots. We should make this right hand turn about now. Races, we're now off the active runway. Landing lights can come off. Turn off can stay on. Strobe light can come off as well. Auto throttle can disconnect. Autopilot disengage can go down. Turn off flight directors. Just recycle them as well. We'll taxi down to our gate, and British Airways usually use Terminal 3 at Manchester. However, I don't know if GSX is a gate big enough for us there, so we'll just figure that one out as we get there. Just to set our transponder to standby as well. Let's see what gate we can get from GSX. I don't know why it's giving us heavy gates that are too small. Gate 32, wherever that is. And we'll use Swissport. I'll have a look on Navigraph. Gate 32. Okay, it's on Pier Charlie, so I'm going to make second left, and then okay. Moving a bit right. Bit of power on as well. And I forgot to restart the timer. Bit walkie-walkie at the minute. Start up our APU now as well, so we're approaching the gate. Trying to be efficient with that. We're nearing an apron zone as well, so I'm just going to reduce the speed down to 15 knots when possible. Take this left here. Take a left onto Echo right onto November Charlie and 3-2. turn my cabin lights on as well. I'll switch that over to auto. Set speed down to 15 knots now. Take this left here. We'll take a right into November Charlie. Is this right here. And we're gate 32. Our next gate on our right, yep, there's 32. Spin it round now. A bit of brake there. And we will turn off our engine. And we'll set our parking brake. Ah, nice little bow for us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester Airport. Local time is 1:45 AM. The signs could come off. And engine N1 is below 6%, so we will turn off our beacon light. Turn off our electric pumps and electric hydraulic pumps as well. We'll turn off our taxi turn-off lights as well. And we will get jet bridge connected to the aircraft.
The boarding requested.
And we will go to ground operations. Disarm all doors, computer disarm the doors and cross check. Set the chocks, press the ground power, open the flight deck door as you would in real life. Turn off the fuel pumps, and we will now get management. Cargo full, cargo aft, entry to left as well. It will do. It will do. And we'll turn off this timer here. And I think that's a shutdown checklist complete. Yeah, it is. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I will see you on the next
Passengers
one.
boarding starting.